Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Happy New Year. Hope you all enjoyed the holidays and hope you all got some time off and were able to get outdoors a little bit during those holidays. But today what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk a little bit about winter preparation, winter riding. You know, getting out on the motorcycle, making sure you're prepared, making sure you're safe. And then I'm just going to go over some of the stuff that I take with me on my ride. Just to be a little bit more prepared for the cold weather. I'm going to be going on a trip here in about a week to some pretty cold weather. It'll probably drop to the low 30s at night and probably be in the 50s during the day. And so it'll be a little bit chilly, but definitely at night it'll be chilly. And you never know, you want to be prepared for the unexpected in case it does drop even lower than that. So I'll show you what I bring and what I ride with, some of the essentials that I take, and hopefully this helps you when you're thinking about what to take on your trips. All right, so what I have is I have it broken out here just by camping, sleeping, I guess, and riding, and then electronics and what I prepare for each of these. So essentially, I get really cold at night, so I always take a 0-degree bag. I mean, the older you get, if you ask people, the colder they get. At least everyone I've asked. So I get a really cold sleeping bag. This does compress down, so it takes up less space. I also bring a pillow. One of the things that I found with these blow-up pillows is that they can get cold at night because of the air that's inside. So I like to bring a pillowcase to put around it, and then I could also stuff some other clothes or something in there if I need to. This is just a little case that I put all of these clothes in, but I have an extra pair of long johns essentially to keep me warm at night, and they're dry. So if I end up sweating while I'm riding during the day and they get wet, or they get wet in any way, then maybe they're in your bag and a water bottle or something broke open and they got wet. I keep these separate, make sure that they're away from any liquids in your bags, and just make sure they're dry so you have something very dry to get into when you get into your bed at night. So I use Coldpruf. I found these to work really good. They aren't too tight. They don't cut off your circulation. And that's what I wear at night. I also sometimes will wear some wool socks, but I have found that I actually am warmer when I don't wear socks. So I bring these as a backup just in case I need them to have a warm pair of socks or a dry pair of socks, but I'll bring that. I also bring a beanie. This beanie is small. I forget what brand it is. You might recognize it from the logo. I don't know. It was cheap and I found it online, but it's ended up keeping my head pretty warm at night, and it's very light and compact. I'll put it in the description of what that actual brand is. Also, I bring along some camping shoes that have a little bit of, you know, softness or thickness or more material to them so that they can keep your feet warm at night. And that's what I might use these dry socks for at night, is to take off my riding socks, put a dry socks on, and wear these with some shoes. I used to wear some water shoes, but they broke down, so I went to Walmart and bought these, and they're super comfortable, and they can, you know, pack down pretty tight, you know. So just slide them in the side of the bag. There are smaller options, I'm sure, but, you know, for what, $10? You can't beat that. While I ride, I tend to ride with a jacket that's, I have a Leatt X-Flow jacket, so it's a breathable jacket essentially, but I need something underneath to keep me warm, so I always bring a puffy jacket that I wear underneath my riding jacket. And as well, you know, when the temperatures are low, I'll also bring a thermal sweater that I can wear under this jacket, and that tends to keep me pretty warm. I have felt like I haven't had to go to a full ADV jacket that provides less ventilation to keep me warm so far when I've been riding in the cold, and I've ridden in some pretty cold weather up here near Prescott, Arizona, and Flagstaff. So also what I bring is these thermals that are actually part of my pants. So on the Leatt actually these are the Adventure Tour pants, not the X-Flow, the Adventure Tour pants. It comes with a set of thermals, so I'll wear that as well as a base layer of long johns, and so that will kind of keep me warm underneath that with the layer here on my pants, the thermal layer, and then just the adventure pants themselves keep me warm enough. I will also sometimes just I'll tend to wear this base layer always in the winter. It's just a long sleeve. It helps with abrasion on the jacket, and so I'll wear this, and then I'll put this over that if I need to, and then this jacket, this puffy Patagonia jacket that I have. And you don't have to have a Patagonia, just any nice light puffy jacket that you can take that keeps you warm, and then put all that underneath your riding jacket. I love these MSR socks. They have kept my feet warm in 30 degrees riding, and I don't know why, but they tend to work really well. So I found them at Rocky Mountain ATV online. I'll probably get myself another pair of these because they're just awesome, and I'll probably maybe replace, just have another one to have for sleeping or walking around camp. But love these cold. They're thick. I'll put the link in there once I have it, but they're just kind of more wool, thick riding socks, and they're knee length. So that's what I like about them. As well, you have a baklava or baklava, or I don't know how to pronounce these things, but essentially it's a full face kind of thermal layer piece that you can put over your face and under your helmet while you're riding, and it just kind of leaves a little window open for your eyes and your nose. But this tends to work really well while riding and keeping just your whole face and your neck warm. So I definitely recommend getting those. And these MSR gloves, they're okay. They're super comfortable, and I like how they're cut out right here for riding, because a lot of the winter gloves that I've had a few pair, they tend to be really tight right here when gripping the handlebars. So what I like about these is they cut this out a little bit more to be more angled with the natural curve of your hand, and they keep your hands pretty warm. So that's always great to have, especially if you're riding. I'm kind of lucky I have heated grips on my bike, so I'm not going to get into, all the different heating options that you can put as an accessory on your motorcycle, because there are other options out there for heated gloves and heated jackets and all that, but I have the heated handle grips already. So this I found recently, Carmex Weather Guard chapstick. I've used a lot of different chapsticks, and for some reason in cold weather riding, my lips get sometimes more chapped when I'm wearing a certain chapstick. This has been awesome. This Weather Guard Carmex chapstick, I absolutely love it. It's got sunscreen in it, and my lips don't get chapped using this. So I'll put that, but I definitely recommend that. Now at nighttime, a lot of us have electronics that we're using when we ride. So we have an extra power bank, we have, maybe a video camera, we have a Cardo or some communication device that we have to power up. Maybe we have a light. This is a Flextail. It's a light and mosquito repellent that doesn't work, but I have another video about that. Also, I have a little portable, I guess it's not charged. It's a portable blower that can blow up my mattress, and so I don't have to do it by my mouth or by hand. And then I also have a GPS unit. This is the Motorola Defy satellite unit, a little bit cheaper than your Garmin's, but it's worked so far for me. And then you have flashlights. They have batteries. Whenever you're in cold weather tends to zap away all the charge and the power that you have. So what I tend to do with all this is I throw all this into a little bag, and then I throw that bag into the bottom of my sleeping bag, and that way it can kind of keep my electronics warm during the night, so they're not just running out of power in cold weather. So when it gets down to 30 degrees, you can better believe that you're going to lose some power in some of these electronic devices. So throw them in your sleeping bag, or another way that you have found to, if you found another way, put them in the comments of how you prevent these from losing their power in cold weather riding. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Also, always have backup, hand warmers. You can throw these in your gloves, you can throw them in your bag. It's just good to have an emergency warmer with you. Some people use these all the time when they're riding, so it's just kind of part of their cold riding experience, but I end up using them as a backup. Also, just some source of fire, a Zippo lighter, and some source to light a fire. I have these little Go Fires, which you just ignite this plastic and you can use it as tinder for your fire, basically. Or these little kind of sticks that are basically a bunch of different types of flammable material, or wood or lint or something that you can buy these online. You just cut off a little piece, shred apart, and then you can ignite it with a spark, and that could be used in an emergency situation. But that's what I tend to bring with me for just preparing for the cold weather. And if there's anything else that you guys think of that you use while you ride in cold weather riding, feel free to put it in the comments. But I hope you enjoyed kind of just a sample or a view of what I use, and maybe you can go online and find what other people have used, which has helped me to kind of put together my own kit for what I tend to pull together when I go winter riding. So thanks for coming to my channel. Please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I'm going to be trying to put up more content each week, just different experiences, different things that I use while I ride, maybe going on an outdoor trip. So I really appreciate you coming to the channel and hope you find this video helpful and useful. Get out there, ride, stay warm.